Seriously, this is a shock, and it's just a sad day for movie fans everywhere. I was a huge fan of Val Kilmer, and he passes away at 65 years old. I know he wasn't doing so good in the last few years, but it kind of seems like it was out of nowhere. I believe that his cause of death was pneumonia. It's just genuinely sad. He was a great actor. He has some phenomenal films, great performances, and he was one of my favorites. I like a lot of his movies, and right now I just want to honor his career and his life by going through a couple movies that I thought were the best movies that he was in. But of course, I can't do just the top five. I have to give a couple honorable mentions first. First honorable mention is Thunderheart. He plays an FBI agent investigating the murders in a small Native American reservation. And in one of the first films that he was ever in, Real Genius. This is a gem. A lot of people don't talk about this movie, but it really is a good comedy. He plays a real genius. Top Secret, a classic spoof parody film. You can't make a Val Kilmer video without mentioning his Elvis performance in True Romance. I am not claiming that this is a good movie, but I have a special place in my heart. It was one of the first movies that got me into movies when I was a kid. And I think, look at Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones, Nicole Kidman. I think he was a very good Batman. Even though the movie wasn't, Oscar worthy, it still had a good time with it. And starting off my top five, we have the movie Top Gun. I know this movie revolves around Tom Cruise's character Maverick, but in my opinion, this wouldn't be the movie it is today without the Iceman played by Val Kilmer. And at number four, we have The Doors. It follows the life of Jim Morrison and the band and kind of the ups and downs. Val Kilmer portrays Jim, I think, in a perfect way. And also, I'm a big fan of The Doors. I'm a big classic rock fan. And I don't know why, but critics kind of, gave this crappy reviews. Fans loved it, though. I think it got like a 79% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a good watch. At number three, we have Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, starring alongside Robert Downey Jr. They're a great pair. He plays a private investigator, and they both get flung into a weird Hollywood murder conspiracy. It's basically a funny take on the noir films back from the 50s and 60s. I feel like it is an underappreciated movie, and if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. You'll have a good time with this movie. Okay, so the only reason this is number two and not number one is because this is a list for the best movies without Val Kilmer. This is probably his best performance as Doc Holliday. This could possibly be my favorite modern Western of all time. Just the whole cast is brilliant. You got Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp. You got Sam Elliott and Bill Paxton. But it would not be the movie that it is today if it weren't for Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, the famous gunslinger. I can't see anybody else playing this role. He just nails it completely. And it would be number one for performances. But my number one for greatest movies with Val Kilmer is Heat, 1995, with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Val Kilmer. This is in my top 20 movies of all time. It has the two iconic Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and the first time sharing scene together in a movie. And it's the classic cops and robbers film. Michael Mann struck gold with this movie, and has one of the most realistic highway shootouts ever seen on film. It just goes to show that Val Kilmer is just the coolest in every movie that he is. In this movie, he's a badass. And if I had to choose one of these films to watch tonight, I might need your help. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let it all out. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. You were a treasure, man. Hit that follow button, please. Let me know what you say in the comments.